Man, Republicans in Michigan just can't stop with the fraud. You know, last week it was revealed that 5 out of the 10 Republicans running in that gubernatorial primary in the state of Michigan were actually kicked off the ballot because it turns out the petitions they filed in order to get on the ballot in the first place filled with fraudulent signatures. And by the way, that did include the 2 frontrunners in that race. They're not even on the ballot anymore because signatures had been forged on those petitions. Well, at the same time, there was another petition going around. And this was a petition for a, quote, citizens initiative that would enact strict voting laws in the state of Michigan, designed to give Republicans a competitive edge in elections. Well, turns out that petition was due last Wednesday, but the Republicans that were pushing it decided to pull back and not submit it by the filing deadline because, as it turns out, there were 20,000 at least fraudulent signatures on the petition. So it doesn't really matter what Republicans are trying to do in the state of Michigan. If you have to get people's signatures, at this point we're seeing a pattern where they're just making it up. They're absolutely making this up. 20,000 fake signatures on this citizens initiative. And here's the thing, this citizens initiative, by the way, is not just to get it on the ballot for the midterms. The state of Michigan also has a law in place that would allow this citizens initiative to basically go straight to Congress. And if Congress, via a simple majority, which they have because it's a Republican-controlled legislature, they could pass it and the governor could not veto it. Governor is, of course, Democrat Gretchen Whitmer. So that was the real goal. This wasn't just about getting it on a ballot. They were actually just trying to circumvent Whitmer's previous veto of these same voter suppression measures Republicans had put forward with this phony citizens initiative. And they couldn't even get that right. But even before, by the way, the 20,000 fraudulent signatures were discovered, there were also reports that the groups pushing this were misrepresenting what it actually did to black residents in the state of Michigan. They were, according to reports, lying to them. They knew this would disenfranchise these people, but they went to them to get their signatures, and again, according to the reports, they were lying to them about what this would actually do. So this has been plagued with problems from the start, and of course they've now missed that filing deadline, so this is likely not going to go anywhere at the moment. It could come back at a later time, but in the state of Michigan, Republicans have a very serious problem. They really seem to have a very serious forgery problem. Signing people's names to things, people that either don't exist or didn't agree to have their names on these things in the first place. This is a pattern of behavior that is emerging with Republicans in the state of Michigan, and at this point, I'd say that warrants a pretty significant investigation.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.